Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sonia, and on my channel, we have healthy discussions about life, love, dating, and relationships while promoting self-love and healing. Tonight, I'm going to talk about Married at First Sight, Olajuwon and Katina. I want to give them some love and support because this is one of the couples I unexpectedly am rooting for. I didn't think I was. I was like, they're going to be a volatile couple. There's going to be a lot of mess going on with them. But in all actuality, it may work. And so we're going to get into it. But first and foremost, if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you are returning, thank you so much for returning. If you're just passing by, hello. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Everybody, please turn on your notification bell. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you. And I love the comments, guys. Leave me a comment below. Okay, so I'm talking about Married at First Sight. I'm not going to do a whole review. I just want to talk about the couples. And originally I said that I thought that this couple will be a very volatile couple, which I still feel like Katina and Olajuwon could be a very volatile couple. But as I watched the last two episodes, I was like, I had a change of heart. I am really rooting for this couple. It turns out they have more in common than what I'm gonna speak for myself, thought that they would. I'm like, oh my gosh, she doesn't want a player. He was an ex-player, and I'm not sure that he has gotten over his player ways. But after watching these last two episodes, I'm like, okay, Olajuwon, you may really be ready. There's going to be a lot of work to do for the two of them. But I feel like if you want to do the work, anything is possible. It's just up to the two of them to decide that they're going to do what needs to be done. Both of them really, really want to be loved. And I know that's like kind of a given, right? But some people want to be married for the sake of being married. And some people want to be married because they really want a partner in life. They really want someone that loves them and someone that they can love. In Olajuwon's case, I actually really believe he wants to love somebody. I think he really does want to be a protector and a provider. And I think he really wants to nurture. I think all of those things are really, really important to him. So I can't wait to see how they play out. They both really value family and friendships, and they both seem to have some really good friends. And Olajuwon's one friend, what's his name, Jeff or Josh, I really like him. Gold star for him because he was really trying to help Katina. The other friends, I don't know if they were as vested, but that one friend, he gave some really, really great advice. But I'll get to that in a little bit. They both want to travel. They both want, to have children. Like, they have a lot of things in common. I know this cooking conversation keeps coming up, but I'm not sure really if he's solid on that. Like he said, as long as I can eat the food and it's edible and they can cook together. I think there's going to have to be a balance there though, because she has her blog that she does around food. So if they can find a way to incorporate her blogging, her food blogging with his love of food, that will work. Like if maybe she can learn new recipes on her blog and he tests them out, things like that. Like with these two, if they really just come together, if they really just come together and really be patient with each other, they honestly can work it out. I'm hoping that it does, if it's going to be healthy, if both of them want to be healthy. I think it could work. I really do. And I actually really like them together. They're kind of entertaining. And she's very low key. He's very high strung. And they can kind of balance each other out if she has the patience for him. And he will require patience and he will require understanding. But I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. I just want to talk about the wedding a little bit for a minute. I said I'm not recapping and I'm not, but I enjoyed a couple things. I enjoyed the fact that he was just like, you are so beautiful. Like he just kept complimenting her. I love the fact that he got down on his knees and proposed. Like he's just like, whatever you want me to do to make you happy, I'm gonna do it. I love you already, and I listen, I understand that he was a player, but I sincerely feel like he really wants this, and he really wants this, and he was really grateful that he had an attractive wife. So he picked her up. I love the whole pickup to take the pictures. But most importantly, what I loved is he always checked in on her. He, aside from one point when he was just like talking about all the things that he's going to do, that's his anxiety. That's him trying to prove himself. That's him trying to, reassure her that he's a good guy. But that he's a good guy for her, that he'll make a good husband, that he'll be supportive, not the good guy like the video I did. But I really like the fact that he was just like, at every turn, I'm gonna make sure she's okay. No, don't worry about it. Here, I'll put the light in my eye. Don't worry about it. He just kept checking in on her. That's what makes me believe, on top of some other things that he said and the dynamic with some of his friends and family, that he really, really, really loves her. I wish we could have seen his mom. I would love to have seen Katina and his mom talk, and I would have loved to see him interact with his mom, because he said he was a mama's boy. That could be good or bad. So I would love to see, like, where is that? And I hope he's not looking for his mom in a wife. I hope he grows to know that they're not the same, but she can still be nurturing, caring, and loving towards you. But I love that he wanted to just carry her everywhere. He's like, I'm just carry. Olajuwon is really a protector, and he said that in his vows. He's a protector. He wants to protect. I do believe he wants to protect and provide. I don't think financially he is really in the place to provide at a high level, but I don't think he'll have an issue getting there. They'll just have to work together, and she will have to, as far as this cooking issue is concerned, I think if she can find a way to incorporate her business into his desire for food. So she's a foodie, and he wants his wife to cook. He said they can do it together. I really think, though, that they can incorporate that together, and that will make things better. Like, she can try out dishes for her vlog, have him test it. They can do things together for the vlog. I think he would support her in that. I don't think he would try to trap her. I don't think he would try to, like, keep her away from everybody and, keep her locked up in the house. I think when he says he wants tradition, that's not it. But a meal is important. And I don't think he can cook, although he told her he could. When they were grilling outside at his family's house, he was clueless, and they were like, oh, you have so much to learn. So I think maybe his mom did everything for him. It'd be really important for Olajuwon to remember that your wife is not your mom. These are two different women with two different roles, right? And you want to be a partner with your mate, and not, I'm the man, you're the woman. But I am going to say that I really feel like he's a very caring, nurturing, protective type, and I really like that. So I'm actually rooting for them too. I really, really am. For this couple, though, they're going to have a lot of growing pains, and I don't want to speak that into their relationship. I'm saying it because they are both young, and I don't think either one of them have any experience with a serious relationship that came close to marriage. So to never have experienced a really serious relationship, to happen into a marriage, there's going to be some bumps in the road. Both of them have their insecurities, and they both have to work on themselves to deal with those insecurities, and at the same time help each other out, But he affirmed her. He kept telling her, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful. And she thinks he's handsome too, but she won't really say it. So I would say to Katina, make sure you don't just think your thoughts. Let him know. Communication is going to be huge for this couple. In order to ease his anxiety, I feel she's going to have to communicate more. She can't just think it. She's going to have to say it. You know what I mean? I hope Olajuwon forgives himself for his past. He sounds like he's ready to lay out everything on the line, which will probably be a little off-putting for Katina, because she's afraid of a cheater, and he's gonna tell her, I was a cheater, so I was a playboy. So I'm hoping that she's able to receive that, and his actions can show he's no longer that person. He's gonna have to work extra hard to prove to her that he's not that person, so she can feel safe. Security is gonna be really, really important for them. Yeah, they have a lot of growing to do, but they can do it. I love that his friend told Katina about how you're going to have to keep repeating yourself until he gets it. It came out that he has ADHD, and the inability to focus and just like attention to detail at times can be a problem with ADHD. And that's probably why it takes you repeating yourself for him to understand what you're saying. Because even if you pay attention throughout the episodes, 1 minute he's like, yeah, I got it. And then the next minute he's like, no. His mind is racing. So I would recommend that she be empathetic to his condition, because this is a condition. He told her mom, which I didn't like the interaction between her mother and him. I didn't like that she was like, oh, a rabbit. Like that little thing, I didn't really like. I didn't like that they showed it. I feel like some things just didn't need to be shown on TV. Like we can be entertained without certain things. Because ADHD is, that's an actual diagnosis. I don't play with that. You know what I mean? I just didn't like that. And she asked him if he was taking his medicine, and that's something he needs to take. His medicine, manage his anxiety, and manage his emotions, and work on his communication skills. Those are some of the things he's going to need to do. But when that came out, I was like, oh, that makes sense. That's why you have to keep repeating things, because at the time that you're telling him something, he's probably not receiving it. His anxiety, his lack of focus, his insecurities, all of those things have him thinking something else in his mind. So he can have a conversation with you, for example, and in his mind, he's thinking, does she like me? That's why he kept saying it. Does she like me? Does she find me attractive? Did I do something wrong? What can I do right? And because all of these things are racing through his mind, he can't focus on what actually is being said. So Olajuwon is going to have to really learn how to focus on being in the moment and really hearing what the person has to say. But Katina will have to be patient and understanding to the fact that he just can't receive the information like someone who doesn't have that diagnosis, and work with him. And they both can get resources and stuff like that together. I have a feeling some of his ways of dealing with his ADHD aren't that healthy. The working out is, but some other things may not be that good. So he may have to change some of his coping mechanisms. I want him to really slow down a little bit and take time to get to know her for who she is. Like, because even when they were outside talking after the wedding, he was just telling her all of the things that he was going to do and who he was, and I'm going to tell you it all, but he didn't ask about her. So he's going to have to try to work on slowing down a little bit so that he can learn who she is, because otherwise I think he will just do things because he feels like that's what should be done, but that may not be what she wants. He's going to think things that he thinks she's thinking, and that's not what she's thinking at all. So he's going to have to really find a way to anchor himself into this relationship and learn how to communicate in a way where both of them can understand what's happening. And he's going to have to really learn to get to know her for who she is. Like, ask her questions, Katina is going to have to get out her head. And it would be better for her to just say what she's thinking, and it would behoove her to learn about ADHD, what that looks like, what the symptoms are, and get some tools to help her with the communication process, because it's going to be frustrating, But I'm telling you, if she compliments him, strokes his ego, communicates with him, and things like that, he is going to move mountains for this woman. He is going to move heaven and earth, and whatever is and is not in his power to do, he's going to try to do it for her. Like, I really see him as a man he wants loyalty. That's why he keeps talking about it. He wants loyalty. He wants love. He wants acceptance. He wants to protect. He wants to provide. He wants to nurture. Like, these are the things that he really wants to do. He just needs a safe space to do that in. But they're gonna have some time, honey. It's not gonna be easy. But if both of them show up, work on themselves and work on their marriage, they'll make it. That's one thing I always said. I would never have my marriage vow say for better or for worse, because it would be a lie. I will only stay married if both of us are pouring into our marriage and pouring into ourselves. If we've decided not to do that, either one of us or both of us, I will walk away. I will never stay married past that point. I believe death of a relationship doesn't mean death of a person. Like, it doesn't mean a person leaving this earth. I mean the death that it isn't being nurtured anymore. There's no nurturing, there's no food, there's no watering of this relationship. The sunshine isn't shining, the sun isn't shining in on us. It's dead. And if that's the case, then we could just walk away. I am a strong believer in that. I know everybody doesn't believe that. And I know because I'm a believer, people won't feel like that's how I should believe, but that is how I believe. I know a lot of people who are unhappily married. They're just married by law. They have each other's, they share names and barely share spaces, but there is no love there. There's no life there. I would never want a lifeless, loveless marriage. I feel like if they communicate, they get some tools to help with that ADHD and anxiety. If she validates him and he validates her, he's going to need to do that as well. But I really believe that all she has to do is give him a little, and he's going to take that and run. He only needs a little. Give him some food, communicate with him, show appreciation for the things that he does, validate him, stroke that ego. He will do anything for her. He'll do anything for her. I really, really strongly believe that. So we will see. We will see. But please let me know what your thoughts are. Put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you back here for the next video. Have a great night. And please don't forget to love you for who you are. Take care. Bye-bye.